Today I have been dying to film this video for so long because I have so many exciting new products that I want to try and share, and I've been keeping them all in the packaging, unopened, waiting to do a first impressions. The first product I've been dying to try. Sometimes I stalk the Selfridges new in website, have a little look at like what's new, and I do the same on Sephora, and I saw these Clinique DIY blend it yourself pigment drops. They're really cute little bottles like this. They basically describe this as transform your moisturizer BB or CC cream into your own kind of custom foundation. 1 drop is sheer, 2 drops is medium, and 3 drops is full. They have so many different shades. I've just picked up DIY 120. I'm going to use it with the Clinique Moisture Surge moisturizer, which is one of my faves. I'm just going to put a dollop of that onto the back of my hand like this, and then let's see if this is my shade. I think this looks like it might be my shade, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. You don't need to do much, you just need to shake it, and then I'm going to mix this together. It kind of looks like a funny jelly color. Ooh, this is kind of interesting. I'm like mixing a little potion on the back of my hand. First impression of this is it's kind of a bit of a faff. I would use that much moisturizer, but I don't know how quickly this is going to sink in, so let's see. This is not really my color, but let's see how well it blends. I did use 3 drops, and on first application it does blend really easily. I would not say that this is a full coverage foundation. I'm going to apply it on half my face and then we can compare, but I would not describe this as full coverage. You can kind of still see all my scars and marks. What are your thoughts? This has the Moisture Surge mixed with the Clinique DIY drops, and this has nothing on. So it definitely gives a healthy glow. I really like the combination of the moisturizer with the DIY drops, and it actually dries kind of matte. I love the look it gives. I think it's adding a lot of glow. I'm going to try a half a shade lighter now. DIY 125. I'm just going to put 3 drops, that was 4 drops, on the back of my hand. I'm going to try and blend that directly onto the skin and see what happens. This one is much more of a red toned. I quite like that they have a wide variety of colors and shades. Actually, that did add quite a bit more coverage, so you can use it and really build it. The other thing I did notice is by themselves they dry quite matte, but when you mix it with your moisturizer you can kind of make your own little custom finish. With my moisturizer it looked quite glowy, but by itself it actually adds more of a matte finish, which is what I like. The next product is something I've got questions about every freaking day on Twitter. These are the Nars, what are these even called? Soft Matte Complete Cover Concealer. You guys know, since the Nars Creamy Radiant Concealer came out, that's pretty much all I've been using under my eyes. So I wanted to try these. I've got the 2 shades that I would normally use in my Creamy Radiant Concealer. I'm not a huge fan of pot concealers, I will tell you that first. They just get grubby, and if you have long nails, they're so hard to use, and it just becomes a faff basically. On first swipe, this is exactly like the concealer that I would normally use. The color looks practically the same. I do wear quite a bit of concealer. Wow, this is much more thicker coverage than the Creamy Radiant Concealer, but it doesn't feel that much thicker. It is super matte. I don't think I've ever tried a concealer this matte. I think if you have oily skin, you would love this. I'm interested to see how this matte concealer works for someone like me who gets smudgy under eyes, but they're also quite dehydrated at the same time. So you can see this has no concealer, this has concealer. I think it's done a really great job of brightening up my under eyes. Although it is matte, it is really easy to blend with your fingers. I have this kind of, I guess, misconception about matte concealers, that they're really hard to blend and they take quite a while to work into the skin, but this one is actually very easy and simple. What I normally do is I get quite a red nose, so I take Custard, which is a darker shade, and I bring that concealer on my nose, so that's what I'm going to do now, and let's see how well that covers. Oh gosh, the coverage on this is amazing. The world is definitely missing some really good full coverage concealers, especially for acne. When I had acne, I used the Boing concealer by Benefit, but I would imagine that this would be really great for spots. The next 2 products I want to show you guys, you'll see me use as a mirror just now. These are new from BareMinerals. They're Invisible Bronze and Invisible Glow. This is described as a finely baked powder. There's 4 shades. I'm using the shade Tan, which is the 3rd darkest in the range. I'm going to use it on one of my favorite bronzer brushes. This is from Bobbi Brown. Let's give it a go and see what happens. I'm kind of being quite gentle with it because it does look quite dark in the pan. Not bad, right guys? It kind of has a really nice contour feel about it. It has that kind of dark shadow kind of color, which I think works really well if you want to fake having some cheekbones. Let's try doing a little contour with this. See how that works? Ooh, I really like the color of this. It does look super natural on the skin, and it has blended really easily. I'm getting some winners today, guys, so far. I don't know, I don't want to speak too soon, but so far so good. So the invisible glow is apparently inspired by the golden hour sunset. It's fair to light and then medium, so this is the darker color. Kind of has this marbleized effect in it with the pinks and the golds. I'm gonna use a little bit now. Ooh, that was a bit bitty. There's like proper glitter pigments in here. I don't know how I feel about this. I just swatched it and you can see the gold particles really obviously. I really hope that's picking up on camera, but in real life you can see the gold kind of flecks and dots, and I just don't like that look. I like a sheen. I like a sheen. Something else that I've been so excited to try are the Benefit Double the Lip. These are basically described as a lip liner and lipstick in one. I have 3 shades, and I think I'm gonna go with Lusty Rose. It basically provides a darker color on the outside and a lighter color on the inside, which is sometimes what I use when I'm doing my lips anyway. I'll put a lighter color in the middle just to make my lips look more plumper and full. So the fact that they've come up with an all-in-one is just genius. So this has a little darker plum shade on the outside and a baby pink color on the inside. I've already used my Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in Pillow Talk because I don't do my lips without it, so that wouldn't be fair to try it on its own. Let's see how this works. Interesting. I like the bullet because it's a little teardrop. It makes it really easy to get into the Cupid's bow. It's on my top lip and not my bottom lip, and you can see it's really subtle, but it has actually worked. You can see the kind of darker shade around the top of my top lip, which is super cool. So I'm going to put this on my bottom as well. You kind of have to turn it upside down to do the bottom. That is such a me shade. This is Lusty Rose. I am obsessed with this. I think that's such a clever idea, and it's actually worked. That's so cool. Last thing that I've been dying to try. Actually, no, I have 2 more things, but one is at the end of the day, so you have to stay tuned till the end for that. But this is the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. I've never tried this. I'm just gonna spray it on my hand and see what it's like. Looks like a kind of standard setting spray to me. Actually, can you guys see that? It does look kind of illuminating. Okay, I'm gonna try this on half my face if I can. Let's hide my... Did that work? Do you think my hair acted as a shield? Does this side look more illuminated than this side? I can't really tell, which I guess means it doesn't, but let's just... it feels very refreshing. Okay, let's try this and see now what it looks like. Makes you look a bit sweaty. Is it me, or does it look like I have a Sula? Not gonna lie, I look a little bit sweaty and bitty. Not so sure, guys. Let's just leave it to set a bit and see if it looks any better. It's definitely added a nice illumination around here, but I think it can go a bit overboard, and it definitely needs to like sink into the skin a bit. It is around 9 AM now, so I'm gonna update you guys throughout the day, letting you know what's lasted and what hasn't. So I will catch you in a little bit. So I had some breakfast. The lipstick has actually lasted pretty well through that and afterwards. I've tried not to bite my lip today. Normally I'm a bit of a lip biter sometimes. I'm just walking Duke, in case you're wondering what I'm doing right now. The concealer seems to have lasted really well. The foundation is looking pretty good. It's lasting really well. It hasn't oxidized. My hair, on the other hand, this wind though. The bronzer's still going strong. Everything is still looking good so far, except my hair. That's the situation. So it is now 3:30. I have had lunch and now I'm going to another meeting, but I wanted to update you guys on the skin face situation. My lipstick's kind of gone. It's kind of left a nice little stain, so I'm gonna reapply that in a second. My concealer is looking really good. I have to say it's lasted super well. It hasn't faded at all. Same goes for the foundation. I'm still super matte. I'm just gonna double check. Yeah, like my nose is still so matte, which is amazing. My nose is always like super oily. The bronzer has faded a little bit and the highlight is looking less intense. It's been a little while since I saw you guys. I just looked at the clock. I can't believe it's 12:30. My makeup has been on for over 12 hours and here is my verdict. The concealer is amazing. My concealer never normally lasts this long. It didn't crease. The foundation has lasted all day long. Only now am I starting to get a little bit shiny down my T-zone. The lip product lasted around a couple of hours, and that was kind of what I would expect it to last because it was kind of a moisturizing, balmy texture. It wasn't like a matte lip lacquer or anything, but I love the concept, I love the idea, and I love the teardrop shaped bullet too. The bronzer has faded quite a bit. Bronzer and cheap products are always the things to kind of fade on me. I'm not a huge fan of the highlight. I found it a bit too bitty, but the bronzer color originally I absolutely love. There is one more thing that I want to show you guys. This, the Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Cleansing Oil. When I saw this, I squealed. That's how excited I was, because I love Midnight Recovery Oil and I love cleansing oil. So my two favorite things had a little child. Gonna put you there as I take off my makeup. This is a brand new guy. 3 pumps. What's going on? Ooh, it feels very slippy. Very light, actually. This is a really light feeling oil. Normally my cleansing oils are much thicker. Smells like the Midnight Recovery range, which I like a lot. Okay, makeup is coming off pretty well. The main test is, how does it work on the eyes? Let's see if it stings. Let's see what happens. No stinging involved. It seems to be getting off my waterproof mascara quite nicely. This is always what I look like, by the way, when I get off my eye makeup. I should probably use eye makeup remover pads, but I'm so lazy. This is so easy. Like, look how easy that was. Like, one swipe, goodbye. And that is all my makeup gone. Total winner. I hope you enjoyed my first impressions video. Don't forget to hit subscribe because I upload videos twice a week, and give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more of these. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on Thursday with another video. I am hunching, by the way, because I'm still wearing my heels, so I'm gonna go to bed now. Night, guys.